What's going on, guys? NoSlack Novak here with episode 8. I want to say this is episode 8, I'm pretty sure. I think it's the 8th race of the season, so it would be episode 8. Our job is very secure, even though we're not anywhere near the top of the standings as far as, team goes. We're 9th. But we're solid. There's pretty much no way we can finish 10th, and we have a very slight chance of catching up to Octane Racing, even though they're 20 points above us. However, our season objective was 10th, and like I said, there's really no way that we'll finish 10th. We'll finish 9th, so we're very secure. One thing we might want to do is actually ask for more money, which let me just check to see if we request extra money. The chairman will give us 1.5 mil, which that would help us pretty nicely with not finishing the season in the negatives, but I think with the sponsorships and all that we can get in the second to last race of the season, or just before the last race of the season, I think we'll be fine there. So I don't think I really anger him and then make him kind of make our job security go down. I think it's a little too late in the season for that, so we're going to leave that the way it is. Real quick, let's go ahead and check out our car though. We have new brakes being designed here in just a little bit under 7 days. And I also want to go over here and check to see what we're working on as far as performance and reliability wise. Now I see that a lot of our parts that we have over here are already in the 90s. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take those guys out, and I'm going to focus strictly on making the best parts as high reliability rate as we possibly can, just because Falco is going to have these parts, and I want to ensure that one driver has the optimal possibilities of, the most possibilities of actually finishing the race somewhere in let's say the top 8. I think 9 is our threshold for reaching that one marketing opportunity. So we've got his brakes, his engine, and then let's do the gearbox. We're going to focus on that one as well. And then let's go for the best suspension, which is already at 91, but that's fine. We'll leave that the way that is. And then currently, the way that's set up, the performance will be maxed out 1 day before the race, and this will be 85 days after the race. I'm thinking, what if we kind of adjust this a little bit? 2 hours, 29. Let's try to do that. And then I'm pretty sure all of his parts, 44 out of 44, 88 out of 88, 76 out of 76, and then 81 out of 80. So that one still definitely needs to get worked on, which it's not. So let's do that. We will remove then this suspension, kind of get that done a little bit faster there. And I think maybe we could, we'll sim a few days, and then I think we'll probably remove that one out of there as well. Yeah, let's do that. Get these maxed out there. I think we'll be looking just fine. Let's go ahead and simulate a little bit. They're going to do this Vancouver race, which is race 12 out of 16 for the World Motorsport Championships, but again, we don't really care about that all that much, just because they are 2 levels above us. They don't affect us whatsoever. Sponsorships we're looking good on, staff we're looking good on, headquarters is being worked on right now, and I actually do want to get a test track, or like a lap track or whatever it is. I want to get this test track put in, because that will then allow us to get the 3rd level of engines. Not the average or the good, but like the great, or whatever the 3rd level is. We'll be able to do that. So that's one thing I definitely want to improve on, and we will. The brakes are going to be finished here in a second. What did we get in the mail? Report on the upcoming race, test track. See, Falco wants a test track. I want to make him happy. Alright, let's simulate one more day, get these brakes done. Good. Brakes are done. Let's go ahead and check to see how we're looking over here. 38 out of 41, all that stuff. You know what, let's just go ahead and close all this stuff out, and then let's focus strictly on the actual brakes that we just got. I highly doubt... Oh, and they're illegal too. Uh-oh. Okay, 7 days after the race, 6 days after the race, if we focus all the way on that. Now if you bump up the reliability all the way, see, I think it's probably best to just kind of keep them. I mean, they're 47, which they are our best brakes, and then, you know what, I feel like, especially because they're an illegal part, I think it's best to maybe not use them this race. So what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to actually take that off, and we're going to go back to the strategy that we had with just improving our #1 parts. So let's go ahead and keep that there. Brakes are the best. We're going to work on those. We're going to work on the engine there. Let's go ahead and work on the gearbox right there, and then also on this suspension. And then we'll try to improve. I don't think we're going to design another suspension, so let's go ahead and work on the reliability or the performance of both of those. I do want to get another gearbox here eventually, and we can't improve the performance on that anymore, so we're going to leave that the way it is. Same thing here. And you know what, let's just go ahead and work on the performance on that. And I think that's going to be it, because we're only going to keep one of these parts after the season, unless of course, you know what, let's do this. If we use this one and it actually gets banned, then we will need to improve these as much as possible. So let's go ahead and do that. And again, we're gonna bump up the, let's see, let's do it like right down the middle. Let's work on both reliability and performance. We still have a ways to go before the end of the season. Not gonna spend money on designing any other parts right now. Falco, improving my skills. Hey boss, I've heard from a contact inside Octane Racing that they're working on improving their driver's first lap performance. I've been analyzing my telemetry with some of the mechanics, and they said there are a couple of ways in which I can improve. So, should I work on improving my starts, or should we concentrate on my braking? Starts are more important. Add personality trait first lap hero, or braking for sure. Add personality late braker. Let's see, the first lap hero would cover only really maybe about 5% of a race, not even, just because we have 23 to 30 laps per race, and the first lap, I mean, although it is very important to get a good start, I feel like the late braker is something that we'd be able to utilize throughout the entire race. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do the braking for sure. Get him, let's see, what does that do? Let's check that out real quick. We'll go to Falco. What kind of personality traits do you have, buddy? Late braker. So that just added +2 to braking, which, let's see, where's he at? 13. Okay, well, 13, that's solid. I really like his smoothness. I know I've said that plenty of times. Oh, and now the driver decided to invest in the team, paying you some money. Now, I don't think he's going to actually pay us, like, per race. I think he just gave us a nice little chunk. Anyways, let's go ahead and fast forward. And we're traveling to the next race. Hopefully we can finish in the top 10. I would really like to, because right now both of our drivers are 17th and 18th. So pretty close to the very bottom of the standings. I would absolutely love it if we could actually get a top 10 finish. Let's actually, and I keep saying like Wei Chan or something. It's Wan Chai. Somebody pointed that out in the comments and I didn't believe them, but here I see it myself. Wan Chai Industries. Let's go ahead and go for that one. I want to get 9th place. I think I don't need to fit our parts. I think we're set. Again, I'm not going to mess with this, the new brakes here, just because I don't want to risk the rule break. And it's just the reliability is not there. So let's see, Falco's going to have the better ones. They have better reliability and better performance. Then he's going to have the, Andre's going to have the second best. Same thing here, looks good. Looks good here as well. And same thing there, we're good. Let's go ahead and continue. Oh, I forgot to check out the track. What does it look like? Pretty sure it's going to give us a nice little graphic here. Oh, plenty of straightaways. At least a nice chunk of straightaways too. So this is going to lean towards, I'm guessing, top speed rather than acceleration, which are actually the races that I prefer. Just I like watching them go down the straightaways a lot more than I like watching lots and lots of turns, which I'm pretty sure the majority of people enjoy. Also, not that many trees on this course. Got huge stands over here, which is nice. Not too much greenery going on. And they are doing an update to this game. I don't know quite when it's going to come out, but it's actually going to make it to where drivers can kind of cut corners on some turns. And they can kind of like not crash, but half crash, if that makes sense. I'm sure that you guys will see that in upcoming videos after it gets patched in. Hopefully it will not ruin the save. If it does, then I don't know what we're going to do. We might skip it, we might not. Who knows? Alright, what's this? It's just out of the zone. Okay, let's get closer. We'll do something like that right there. Speed balance we'll put down towards acceleration, even though I'm pretty positive it's going to need to be somewhere more towards top speed. At least that's what I assume. And let's do something like that. Tire choice, let's check out the weather forecast. 62 and it's going to get colder. So I'm thinking the softs would be good. Doesn't look like there's rain in the forecast. I think I'm just going to go with the softs for now. And let's go ahead and confirm that. Change the setup here. Good on the downforce handling. We're going to adjust as well. And we should be good. Tire choice will give you the softs as well. And let's go ahead and get started. Take practice. Now I'm going to try something out here. A few of you guys in the comments section were saying that we can send them out. Let's see, send out. There we go. Send them out and bring them back in right away. And it will give us the ability to change their setup right away. So I'm going to go ahead and trust you guys. I'm going to give this a shot. Let's go ahead and bring you guys in right away. And I know it's not going to give them too much of the setup knowledge over here. But I feel like that doesn't really allow you to find the sweet spot. It just makes the like the mechanics suggestion narrower. However, even if you just ran 10 full minutes and then brought them in, it still wouldn't be close enough to where you could, you know, legitimately guess what their setup should look like. So Falco here's not very happy with his downforce, so we're definitely going to go more towards the middle. And I think we're going to try to maybe make this closer. We'll do something like that. The handling is just okay. So let's do something like that. And then the gear ratios are good. We're just going to move that over maybe like so. Send them right back out. Do the same thing for Andre Gomes over here. He's at a 65 right now. Downforce, again, he wants that tuned. Let's go ahead and give that to him. We'll do something like that. Handling needs to be adjusted greatly. And then the speed balance was good, so let's go ahead and just move that over a little bit. And we'll send them out again. Alright, they're going. And let's go ahead and bring them back in right away. This just doesn't seem right to me. Not only with the realism, but I feel like one lap, especially if it's just like an out lap, it's an out lap and an in lap at the same time. It just feels like they don't really get the opportunity to do a legitimate full lap, like I would assume that they would need to get, you know, proper knowledge on their setup. Anyways, let's go ahead and check this out real quick. It definitely got better though. Went all the way up to a 93, which is excellent. So we're great and great there. How should we tune this? Let's go. Okay, on handling we were to the right. On speed balance we were to the left. So on handling, let's try to do something like... I don't want to bump this up too much. Let's do something like that and like that. Yeah, let's just do that. Then the downforce went from very poor to good. So that could really go either direction. Let's do something like that, and then just hopefully we'll be in the right spot. And I'm feeling like... yeah, let's do that. Alright, Falco, you go out there, and let's check you out real quick. You have great on all three, which is nice. Just again, it kind of sucks, because now which direction do we go, you know? I'm thinking... for the speed balance, let's just move everything over like very, very, very minute. Speed balance, we'll do something like that. Okay. We'll just mess with it a little bit. Then the downforce, same thing. We'll mess with that very, very minuscule adjustment. And we'll have them go out. And I think again, we're just gonna do really one lap and see what we get there. And then, you know, this next tune-up is probably gonna be the last one. We'll see where they're at, see if we need to move anything in the opposite direction of what we just did, and then we'll leave them out there for the remainder of the, I don't know, 5 minutes or so, whatever it is. And even though this seems to be working pretty well, I don't think I really like the, I don't really like this tactic. It just seems kind of cheap to me. But let's check this out. At a 97, which is excellent. Excellent on both of those. Awesome. And then looks like we went in the correct direction with the downforce, so we're going to move that over even a little bit more. We'll do something like that, and then that should actually be perfect. That should be damn near close to 99, 100%. Falco, you go ahead and go out there. Gomes, you are still great on all three, so that didn't really change too much. Almost none at all, actually. So downforce, you know what, let's give you a little bit more of an adjustment that way. And then handling, again, let's do... I feel like we're going in the right direction on both of those. So let's do something like that and see if that works. And then we're just going to leave you out there for the rest of the race. Because, you know what, I'm pretty happy with the setup for both of you right now. If this is the best we can get, then you know what, I'll take it. But if we can get a little bit better, that's also great. You know what, and I didn't change the strategy on either one of these guys, but you know what, that's fine. So I think we're going to try to run a little bit more conservative, just because it's been kind of biting me in the butt, especially the fuel. I think on the last 2 races I've had like minor fuel issues. Really, one was like a major fuel issue, and then on the last race we just had a little minor fuel issue, but we'll see. We'll see how this works out for us. Again, Falco's got the best parts, and depending on who he's racing with right there in that yellow car, it seems like he definitely has a better vehicle overall, but we'll see. They're kind of battling on the corners there, but again, I think Falco's got the better car overall. And he's in 13th right now. Gomes still hasn't actually done like a qualifying lap, which is kind of interesting. Not quite sure what the issue is there. Let's go ahead and check that out. So that's showing that he's 20th, which is unfortunate, which again, I'm not, you know what, I mean, he does have the I almost said it. He does have the crappier parts. But I don't think his parts are bad enough to where he should be finishing in 20th every single time. So that's a little disappointing. I think next season, again, we're going to still focus on having the best parts for Falco. But then, in turn, Gomes is going to get Falco's old parts, right? So that'll still mean Gomez's car is being improved on. It's just not being improved on as quickly as Falco's is. But, oh well. And there we go. Look at that. 3 excellence for Falco, which is quite nice. Hopefully, if we check that out, it's going to be in the, like, the 99 or 100 range. Hopefully. Okay, let's get to it. Let's set up this race. Alright, I think we're going to do quite well, just because of Falco's setup. And we're starting off fairly early, too. Okay, so we do... Ooh, super... What? Super overtake mode. An extra engine mode is unlocked. Super overtake, allowing even more power at the cost of higher fuel burn and condition loss rate. Oh, man, that's interesting, though. Soft tires, race trim. Let's actually come out here and check the weather forecast. It's going to be quite toasty, 69 degrees. No rain whatsoever in the forecast, at least not for the first 5 laps. Man, you know what? We could actually go for that, the super overtake mode. That is interesting. We could, I mean, is that Falco? This is for Andre Gomes. Ah, man, his parts are going to wear down a little bit faster. I think we should do soft tires plus 15 performance boost. And then, you know what, let's try that super overtake mode. We'll do that. Then with the empty slots here, we'll do the 15% performance increase. And then I think we'll just do the race trim. That's going to be good there. Let's check out the car setup. How are we looking over here? We are at 98%. I'm not going to mess with that. We're going to stick to that. And I think we're going to go with the softs. Actually, you know what? Let's go with the mediums just to start off the race. We're going to have 10 laps of fuel. It's a 25 lap race. That's going to work out beautifully for us there. And then I think this is going to need to change just because we were closer. We went in the wrong direction. So we're just going to go ahead and stick... Oh, you know what? But that's excellent. So we're going to put... We're going to put everything the way it was, but we're going to move the downforce back to where it was excellent on this setup. So we should be great on the bottom two, and then excellent on the top. So we're going to stick with that right there. Again, we're going to go with the medium tires, and then we're going to go with the 10 laps of fuel, because why not? Driver strategy, let's start off in, let's do push and high. And then here we'll also do push and high. Actually, for Falco, we're going to do overtake. And then pretty quickly, we're going to switch back down to average, just because I don't want their fuel and their tires running out too quickly. So we're starting off 3rd and 4th, which we knew we were going to do. And then hopefully Falco here will jump out. Looks like he had a little... Oh, Falco had a little bit of a weak start. Andre Gomes definitely started off better, more aggressively than Falco did. But Falco should be able to kind of gain a little bit of, gain a little bit of ground here, which he did. He's now in 4th, and Gomes dropped down 5th, 6th now. And let's check this out. Now they're battling kind of neck and neck, both of them. Falco's 5th. I feel like maybe we want Falco to push a little bit more, just because his tires are kind of cold. And actually his are too. Do some. Oh, and he's got that super overtake. See, look at that super overtake mode. Right? Oh, great. Gomes crashed. God, Gomes, you're pissing me off, Gomes. Anyway, so let's do a little bit less on the fuel, and then we're good on the tires. Those are warming up quite nicely. Don't want to push them too hard though, get them too far into the red. Looks like we might have to even come down one more spot on the cooling. Okay, let's see. Should we sneak in a pit stop under the safety car? Absolutely. Absolutely. I've learned my lesson. We definitely need to pit when the safety car is out. Do we want a new set of tires? I don't see why we wouldn't. Let's go ahead, do the new tires. We'll do the full lap. And our parts are looking fantastic for the most part. They're all in the 90s. Yeah. We've got one over here, the front wing, that's in the 87, but for the most part everything else is looking really good. So yeah, we're definitely going to pit there. And then I think that's going to work out in our favor, just because we're in 4th now, but this will allow us to stay out on the track for about 2 or 3 laps longer than the vehicles that don't do this pit right now. And then obviously nobody's allowed to pass while this is going on. So Falco is losing a ton of spots right now, but I'm pretty sure he's going to gain that when all those other cars pit in the next, I don't know, 5 or 6 laps. I'm really pissed off that Gomes crashed. That's ridiculous. Gomes is he's been a huge disappointment this season. I kind of wish I had kept Faith. What was her name? Faith Anthony? I kind of wish I just kept Faith Anthony and gotten rid of Gomes. But yeah, Falco, so he's in the back of the pack right now. His tires, I think we want to, let's go ahead and actually lower everything, just because we don't need it. We don't need to be going full speed on anything right now, especially given that he's 18th in the very back of the pack, under a safety car. We've got one more lap to go, and then once they speed up, or like right before they speed up, we're going to go ahead and adjust that. Now, maybe, I wish there was kind of like an instant replay or something that we could do just to see exactly what happened to Gomes, because I know it happened right as we were changing his strategy, which it seems like that happens quite often, is when you're changing the strategy, that is when the problems arise. Let's go ahead and pick this up. Let's do push and high. Don't want to get too crazy. But I do want to warm up those tires just because they're kind of getting into the blue a little bit more than I would like. And we do have 8 laps of fuel. Oh, nice. 2 spots right there on the turn. Beautiful. And you just gave one up. But you know what? Oh, well. Still gained a spot. Oh, and now you're back in 18th. Alright, come on. Hold 16th and gain ground on 15th. Come on, buddy. Come on, Falco. I hired you. I'm paying you all this money for a reason. You're one of the best drivers here. Now you have one of the better vehicles, I would think. Or at least an average vehicle, so your driving abilities should be able to make up for that. Come on, push, 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 push. Ooh, there we go. Somebody else crashed. Glad that wasn't Falco there. So we're in 15th now. Just making a strong push for 14th too. Tires are definitely looking good. Let's go ahead and lower that, and then let's just do medium for now. No sense in wasting gas. I want to be able to stick out like an extra lap if we can. And he's pretty close to 14th, and then 14th is pretty close to everybody else, so I think there's definitely a possibility to gain a few spots in the upcoming 2 or 3 laps if he doesn't lose a spot like he just did there. Come on, Falco, I need you to focus. I need you to get us into the top 9, buddy. Oh, seeing people are pitting. I want to say 4 or 5 vehicles pitted right there, so we're in 13th now, which is nice. And we still have 5 laps of fuel left. There we go. Nice little... Oh, yeah, because whoever was in 13th there now, something wrong with their vehicle. 12th, too. Nice. I'm liking it. So we're in 11th now. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I think 9th is definitely a possibility, especially seeing as how 2 vehicles pit right there. So we're 9th. We just need to hold this. Our tires looking good. Our fuel's looking fine as well. Yeah, our tires are like damn near perfect. 55%, which is a little bit less than I would want. But given that we only have 3.7 laps of fuel, I think we're fine. And then they're right in like the optimal temperature range too. 3rd place now. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And we're right on 2nd place's tail. I just hope that 4th place doesn't catch up to us. Doing a good job. Oh, come on, Falco. Okay, he dropped. I'll take 4th though. 4th is A-okay with me. Now let's see, we have 2.8 laps worth of fuel left. Man, you're dropping now. Come on, buddy. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna put you into a high engine mode. And we're gonna pit after this lap. After this lap, I think I'm gonna set you to pit. Come on, buddy. Maintain. Keep 6th. Keep 6th and improve. We're only 2 seconds behind 5th. Alright, so we have 1.7 laps worth of fuel. And I'm pretty sure we're about to cross the start-finish line right now. So I think I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to put you on the maximum overtake, and then we're going to set you to pit. And then, let's see, we have 13 laps remaining, which will actually, oh man. 13 laps, and I don't think we'll be able to finish on this set of tires. So I'm thinking let's go ahead with the softs, and we'll do 12 laps remaining. So let's do something like 8 laps worth of fuel. Check out our parts. Everything is looking good except for the front wing. That is kind of looking tricky, but I think we'll be able to make it the rest of the race. And we're just going to go with a balanced pit. So let's go ahead and do that, and let's monitor the fuel levels very, very closely. I think we're actually going to just move that over to high. I think the overtake kind of burns it a little too quickly for our taste. But we're in 5th now, which is nice. And you should be pitting here. There we go. Beautiful. And then I think we're going to start off on push and medium. Actually, we can do push and high. We're at 15th now. That's kind of crazy. What the hell was the problem? Fueling. Really? We had a fuel problem? I didn't really pay attention too much to the time there. Alright, so we're running the softs, which will give us that 15% bonus. So we should be able to catch up some ground here. And they are pretty warm, so let's actually lower them to, we'll do medium and high. Let's check out our condition. 60%. There's a couple parts we might need to keep our eye on, but I think we'll be fine given we only have 11 laps to go. But again, it might be something that we kind of keep our eye on. And then all the other cars in front of us are going to have to pit at least one more time, which we're going to have to pit one more time too, just for more fuel. And then for the tires as well, actually. Really need you to kind of gain a little bit of ground here, buddy. Tires are looking okay. Let's double check the condition of your parts again. 52% on the front wing, so that is definitely going down quicker than I would like. We're going to go ahead and lower it to a medium over there, and then try to make it through the rest of the race without having to do some sort of part maintenance. Okay, we should gain a little bit of ground here. 1 spot. Next lap we should gain even more, just because a lot of those, I'm thinking like 8th, 9th, 10th, and 13th, they're all going to have to pit for new tires here in the next 2 laps. So I'm thinking we'll probably jump up to top 10 in the next 2 laps, just off of the other vehicles having to pit. Maybe right here. We are in 11th now, okay. And our tires are looking fine. Our fuel level's 4, so you know what? We should have about 4 laps more to go before we have to pit. Although I'm thinking we're on lap 18. Lap 19 just started, so that means the first place driver has, what, 6 more? 6 more laps to go. So I'm thinking maybe let's schedule a pit here and then just change out tires and to do a little bit more fuel and then kind of just finish out the rest of the race. What's our condition to, real quick? 47% on that front wing. That front wing is deteriorating way too quickly for my taste. I definitely don't want to mess with the strategy too much. Let's just go ahead and do, let's just do more laps. And we're 5 seconds behind 8th place, which we can catch that up. We could definitely catch up to 8th. And we're like right in the sweet spot right now. If we finish 9th, we're good. If we finish 10th, we lose out on $450,000. So this is very crucial that we maintain 9th place. Everybody has pit twice, except for Dreyfus. They had to pit 3 times, but we're definitely going to have to pit 1 more time. Oh, man. I'm kind of regretting doing that safety car now. Yeah, I know you want to pit. Let's go ahead. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to have you pit. We're going to give you the softs again. And then we're going to have 4 laps remaining after the pit stop. So we'll give you 5 laps worth of fuel, and then we can kind of push you a little bit. You know what? Let's do 1 more. Just because that's only going to take... It's going to take up 1 more second. But you know, I think it's going to probably help us in the long run. Our park condition, we're not going to touch anything. Just because we have, what, the 4 laps remaining after the pit stop. I'm thinking both of these parts are going to be able to maintain for 4. So let's go ahead and do that. 9th place, we're definitely going to lose a spot or 2 during this pit stop, but hopefully it doesn't take too long. I'd really love for this pit stop to be maybe 13, 14 seconds long. And then I see 10th and 11th place are right on our butts right now, so they're definitely going to jump up ahead of us. But let's see, pit stop is going to be... There we go. Oh, nice. 9.35 seconds. Beautiful. So we're in 12th. Hopefully we can catch up. I need to get back into 9th, which, you know what, it's not looking all that great. That is not looking all that great. Let's kind of push the tires a little bit more, get them warmed up slightly. And then our park condition is... It's up there. It's in the 40s still. And it looks like we're dropping. We're 6-7 seconds now behind Tang, which is in 11th. I don't think any of those guys are going to pit again, which I kind of regret taking that pit stop now. I really do. And I also kind of regret not taking that 13th place possibility. Just because that would have gotten us $250,000, and we kind of got greedy going for the $450,000. But yeah, so we're on the second to last lap, but you know what, it's time to just overtake. We're just going to try to catch up at least 1 spot, which I don't think we're going to do, given that the last driver is on the final lap, but let's give it a shot. Alright, this is going to be interesting here. Catch up. Can you at least get to 11th? Shoot for 11th. Ah, come on, shoot for 11th, and then maybe we can get into 10th, even though the 10th still isn't going to get us that $450,000. Catch him, catch him, catch him. Catch him, come on, buddy. Who is it? 11th is Tang. Catch up to Tang. Beat him. Beat him. Beat him. Come on, straight away. Straight away. Catch him. Catch him. No. Damn it. Alright. Well, that was disappointing. That dang safety car pit stop we did, I think that ruined our chances. We should have just stayed out there. We were in 4th place. We should have definitely just stayed. If we were at the end of, like, the back of the pack, I totally understand. If we were, like, 15th, 16th or something, I get it. But the fact that we were in 4th place, we should have just kept going. That's my fault. Lesson learned. Now I know. Nothing to find in the scrutineering. Man, it's disappointing. More disappointing than Falco, though, is freaking Andre Gomes here crashing again. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. So where are we now? Still 17th and 18th. Our driver standings didn't change at all. The only thing that I think that happened is that Andre Gomes here probably got a little bit closer to dropping down to 19th. Still in 9th, and we're pretty much now, it's pretty much impossible for us to get into 8th, and it's damn near impossible for us to drop into 10th. So I think we're pretty much set at the 9th place team finish, which again, you know what, for our first season, it's not bad. That's the key thing here, is it's our first season. Our parts were all absolute crap at the beginning of the season, and for the most part, you know, the reliability is great, but the actual part quality is still pretty crap. Not till we get into like the 200s do I expect like top 5 finishes in damn near every race, and that's gonna take a while. And then looks like Andre Gomes here, look at that, he had some major issues. New personality trait. Why, yes, I have been injured in an accident at work. Braking, -12. Cornering, -12. Overtaking, -12. Adaptability, -12. Focus, -10. Wow. Wow. So you just turned to absolute crap. You are just slightly better than Enano Ferreira here, who hasn't raced in who knows how long. Ah, man. You suck. You know what? I really regret not keeping faith, Anthony. Just Andre Gomes, you're a huge disappointment. I don't think I'm going to renew his contract at the end of the year. Yep, total income minus $1.4 million. Awesome. So, let's see. Let's check it out. Our income right now that we have is $1.1 million. Absolutely disgusting. Andre has whiplash, really? Andre Gomez's car was at negative 84%. Yeah, he crashed that sucker. Alright, let's do this interview. Andre Gomes has claimed that your brakes seem to be holding the team back. You know what I'm going to say right here? He needs to button it. You're pissing me off. Yeah, I don't care if you lose morale, whatever. You need to shut your mouth. Focus more on your driving, buddy. Andre has whiplash, bit of bad news, blah blah blah. Some rather uncomfortable neck issues. How long is this going to last? 8 weeks. So he probably shouldn't race in this upcoming race. Hell, he might not race in the next one either. Whatever. You know what? It might be a chance to give Enano Ferreira a chance in the vehicle. But we'll see. Car repairs are complete. Jean-Pierre Girard wants to leave Firebird. You know what? We might need to scout him, see what we can get there. Maybe he'll replace Andre Gomes here next season. Anyways, though, let's check out our car. Okay. So, great reliability all around right there. I think it's definitely time to work on this, though. So let's lower the, let's take the suspension out, and let's put the brakes in there. So we're going to focus on improving those suckers. And it looks like we can get, okay, 1 day, 4 day. Okay, cool. For the most part, we'll be able to increase the performance on every single one of these parts all the way to the max 1 day before the race. And then for the most part, they'll all be right there at 100. You know, especially this one. We could actually lower some of these once we get a little bit closer. Let's just sim a few days just to kind of see where we're at. I think that's enough. Let's unpause, or let's pause it right here, and let's check this out. So we're at 96 and 95. We're going to go ahead and take those suckers out. And you know what, let's take that one out too, and we'll focus on this one. Because if we focus on that, as you see here, both of these will now be done before the race. Which I'm thinking, maybe we'll let Falco race with the illegal brakes. I think that's something that we're gonna do. Let's go ahead and do this vote real quick. I'm not quite sure what the vote is on. Okay, they're doing the race events. 13 out of 16 for the World Motorsport, and I think it was 9 out of 11 for the Asia Super Cup. Again, we don't care too much about those. Let's go and... what's this? Refueling ban. Interesting. I might have to use one of my extra votes on this one. Engelhard is addicted to video games. NoSlack racing driver Falco Engelhard has been forced to confront claims that he is hopelessly addicted to video games. The 26-year-old admitted that he was a big fan of gaming, but denied claiming that gaming was impacting his performance. It takes time, sure, but it's a good stress release. There's nothing better than busting out the computer and shooting a few people to take your mind off a bad race. Having said that, the driver continued, I just wish that there was a game where you could manage NoSlack racing. You wish, buddy. Anyways, let's see here. Addicted to video games, just one more. Okay, his focus and his morale both went down. And that's gonna last for 20 weeks. The focus really sucks. The morale I don't care about too much, but the focus, that kind of sucks. Anyways, let's see what this vote is for. Cars cannot refuel during the race. This makes... wait a minute, what? Cars cannot refuel during the race. This makes things $20,000 cheaper per race when compared with a championship which allows refueling. What? This makes things $20,000 cheaper per race. Okay, I don't care about the $20,000 per race. How are we gonna be able to not refuel during an entire race? Does that mean we're just gonna have like stock tanks that carry enough fuel for 28 laps or whatever it is? So let's see, this rule will benefit teams with low budgets, which is Eastwood and Silva, and it will not benefit teams with high budgets, Archer, Dragon, and Octane. Now, I don't understand how this would benefit teams with low budgets. Is it because maybe they can't afford the better mechanics that have better refueling times? Interesting. I don't know about going... you know what? I don't know. Just if we vote against it, if we vote that we want to continue refueling, I don't know. I don't know where to go with this one. I really don't. Cars cannot refuel during the race. It just doesn't seem right. I think I'm going to vote against it. Vote against. Continue. We're just going to do the one vote. Alright, so right now it looks like it's 2-0. Still 2-0. Uh-oh, 2-1. Uh-oh, 2-2. Against, 3-2. Only 2 votes left. There we go. And, okay, good. Against, it lost. It lost. Good, good, good. 5-2, pretty much. 5-2. It lost. We are still going to continue refueling. So let's see, the vote on refueling ban has ended. The vote was rejected, which means that refueling ban will not be implemented in the 2017 season. Good. Excellent. That's pretty much what I want to hear. Alright guys, I think that is going to be it for NoSlack Racing this episode. Getting at 69%, not bad. And then that is the good brakes, which are at 65 out of 79, so they're clearly our best brakes now, without a doubt. But they're still low risk of getting caught, which is, you know, I don't know. We have 2 races left, so I don't know if I really want to risk using those in the final 2 races, especially given the fact that we really can't improve our standings as a team. I'm sure the driver standings, if we give it to Falco, he's, what's that, 18 spots? He's 18 spots behind Enchu with Dragon Racing, and he's 20 spots behind Rogers with Archer, and Dreyfus of Octane Racing. So Falco could really, you know, if he does well the last 2 races, he could probably jump up as high as maybe 12th. But, you know, even if he does finish 12th, I don't think that's a big enough incentive to actually use that part. So we might just hold off on using that part for the remainder of the season. Save it for the next season and have it be a completely legal part when that time comes. Anyways, that is it for this episode, guys. Hopefully you guys liked it. If you did, do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hopefully I'll see you guys on another video. Until then, I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you later. Bye.